Hi to all our audiology friends and colleagues. My name is Susan Strauss. I'm the current president of the South African Association of Audiologists, SAAA. Diapolo and I, she'll introduce herself in a minute. Diapolo and I will be speaking to you about the new developments in SAAA and specifically the exciting new management structure of SAAA.
Hello everybody, my name is Diapolo Ntlhakana, the incoming president for SAAA 2020 to 2022. Let's put the name to the face, and thank you very much for all your support so far. And so SAAA has got 3 aims. These 3 aims, SAAA management and executive team looked at them, revised them, and thought, how can we have these 3 aims that are working for our members, as well as allowing our members to give service to the South African context. So what are these 3 aims? 1, advancing the recognition of the profession as a valued force. 2, providing contextually relevant guidance to professionals across all sectors. And 3, ensuring accessibility of the comprehensive range of hearing and balance healthcare services across the country. And so, having said that, they came about a new structure that will make sure that all of these 3 aims are able to address all our concerns, address how we operate, how we work, and how we are known in this country, which is what we are going to be working on in the next 2 or 3 years.
So how do we achieve these aims or these goals? Presently, we have an 18-member management. This includes the president-elect and the president, as well as the immediate past president, who are in office for 2 years. So if you've been chosen as president, you will have served 6 years by the end of your past president term. So 18 members is a very large management, a large group of people for the president to manage. So essentially, what we've done in restructuring the SAAA management is to have a smaller executive management, but a lot more volunteers and SAAA members involved. Audiology in South Africa is a small but a very dynamic group, and we need all the valuable input from our members. I'm going to use the circular graph to explain the new management, so you're welcome to look at that graph while I explain the new structure to you. So in the center of this graph, you will see the president. He or she will manage 6 executive management members elected by SAAA members. The president-elect will also take responsibility for the advocacy executive role. The immediate past president will not take a specific portfolio, but he or she will be mentoring the president-elect and will also be part of the clinical practice executive and will also serve as an ethics committee member. This frees up the president to manage the executive committee and to be where he or she is needed. So the mentoring of the president-elect will be the responsibility of the past president. So the executive management roles will be the advocacy executive. You will see those in the blue and green circle, the clinical practice executive, the professional development executive, the public relations executive, the communications executive, and the finance executive. For now, where the role is identifiable as a previous management position, we've added the previous name of the portfolio. That will be removed as we become more familiar with this new structure. In the yellow circle, we have specific committees with dedicated chairs who will be working together with the executives to perform a specific task. The working and procedures of these committees will be governed by the guiding rules and also the constitution of SAAA. So under each of these committees, there could be working groups or task teams as the need or the interest arises, and you will see those listed in the outer circle of this graph. So a working group is seen as a group with a long-term goal or an outcome, and a task team would typically be a group with a very focused aim, and that aim could be achieved within a meeting or two, or a month or two, or a short term. Any audiologist who has a specific skill or interest could volunteer to assist with these task teams or groups. So let's go into a little bit more of the specifics. The advocacy executive, or the president-elect, will oversee the coding and reimbursement committee, also a newly formed committee, the NHI, or the National Health Insurance Committee, and then also a committee that will specifically identify stakeholders and advocate or work with these stakeholders to achieve certain goals, to work in working groups or even task teams, to ensure that we are in the right place at the right time. So under these committees, the potential for working groups and task teams and interest groups are vast. We've added a few, but options are unlimited. The clinical practice executive oversees the ethics and standard committee. She or he will also be the chair of this committee, and also the interest groups and practice management committees. So the ethics committee will now have the task of putting together procedures and protocols for our new management structure and all its volunteers, along with all the important tasks of the ethics committee. So the committee has evolved over the years and has a shared chair. Ethics committee members are voted on by SAAA members. 2 members are voted on every 2 years. When the chair and the co-chair step down, these committee members who you voted on, they will automatically become the ethics chair and co-chair, and the chair will be the clinical practice executive. The past president and the president are also part of the ethics committee. Brings us to the next blue block or green block, the professional development executive. So this executive takes responsibility with the chairpersons for curriculum development, events and CPD. The public relations executive oversees the committees for marketing material, the conference stand, public awareness and other professionals. The communications executive, previously known as the secretary, has a brand new outfit. So he or she will oversee 2 committees, namely the SAAA Connect and the SAAA Support committees. SAAA Connect will be responsible for interactions between members, and SAAA Support, the SAAA Support will be responsible for those interactions. The SAAA Connect will nurture and support new or potential members, such as our students or our ComServe colleagues. The finance executive has 2 important committees, fundraising and treasurer. He or she will automatically be the treasurer, but will work with the committee chair for fundraising. So where, for instance, does the branch fit in now, the branches? Regional meetings will still be part of SAAA, a very important part of SAAA, and that will form part of the SAAA Connect function and will collaborate with the events chair to organize day seminars. It could also include a journal club, work with CPD or with public relations executive, have working groups, task teams. Again, opportunities are multiple and vast to get members involved and to get volunteers and experts in these groups. So this is a mouthful and this is brand new to all of us, but we hope that you are as excited as we are, and we hope that we're going to make this work for our profession and for SAAA. There will be a few executive positions opening up for member voting, and we will also put out a call for committee chairs who will then be elected by the executive committee.
Having said all of that, voting is coming, and there are going to be places that are open for executive, for SAAA, and we want all our members to engage, to be part of this voting, send names, and be part of all of these new plans that are coming up. We want to make SAAA a working association for audiology in this country. Thank you.
Say hello, guys. But your boys are beautiful. They really are.
Hello.
Even show my mom.
The arena, or the, what do you call it? Yeah, okay. That is a lot of management members for the executive to manage.
We make these aims work for our members in serving us as a profession. In serving, we interrogated those. What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Okay, but you